Hey everyone, RogueGold here, and today we have news about the Division 2's upcoming TU15 PTS Phase 2. It is starting tomorrow. April 14th is when we will finally get Phase 2 of the PTS that we've been waiting for a good number of days now. We were hoping it was going to be at the end of last week. That didn't happen. Looks like it is going to now finally happen. We have a bit of an update from the game, both regarding changes that they have made, since receiving feedback in Phase 1, as well as giving us a bit of a preview of what to expect in Phase 2. So they gave this little post here, and we will go there in just a second. You can see, though, that more people took part in Phase 1 of the TU15 PTS than took part in any of the past 3 major updates. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, let's go over here, and we will go over all the new stuff to expect. Let's go. All right, so here we are, PTS check-in, Phase 1. Hello, agents. We opened the TU15 PTS for PC players on UB Connect last Friday on April 1st, and no, it was not an April Fool's joke. Our communications outlined that we would have 3 phases, as well as announcing significant updates, blah, 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 blah. We are immensely grateful for all the feedback we received following Phase 1, and we want to share our findings and next steps based on your experiences. So there's that graph that we just took a look at. In Phase 1, we want you to focus your feedback and attention specifically on Countdown and expertise. So let's talk about the Countdown stuff first. Many of you dove straight into Countdown to explore the new 8-player PvE mode and were quick to share your thoughts. We wanted to address some of the key topics. Delta 3 issues when matchmaking, unfortunately for a lot of you, PTS Phase 1 was tainted by numerous Delta 3 error messages received when queuing in for the Countdown mode. This is exactly what the PTS is for, and we are glad that we identified the issue. The main outlying issue has now been resolved, good, and we are planning to further test the newly implemented fix during Phase 2 to make sure that when match made together, players from different regions can play in the same group without any interruptions. This will be very nice. Of course, it was a bit annoying to have to re-queue every single time you went in, and so this will help quite a bit. Stuck on infinite loading screen after being in the Countdown mode, this issue is now being worked on and should be resolved in time for PTS Phase 2. Great news. Countdown is too easy. Here we go. This is a big one that myself and everyone has talked about. Originally, the new mode was planned to be on par with heroic difficulty. Cool. To add more context, our goal was to make it challenging but not impossible to beat for 8 match-made players of mixed build qualities, as well as add in additional challenges for the players with more organized groups and better builds to try and complete it with less than 8 players. The mode's difficulty is currently incomparable with where we envisioned for Countdown, and your feedback over the past week reflects this. We are continuously working on improvements on the mode, and the first iteration of improvements will become available to you tomorrow when the PTS Phase 2 starts. For now, you can expect enemies' HP adjustments, though their lethality might stay the same, as we do not want to overtune the difficulty to make sure that Countdown is highly replayable and suits the greater variety of playstyles. A lot of you mentioned that one difficulty option is not enough to meet everyone's expectations. We hear you. Going forward, we are planning to investigate the possibility of adding other difficulty options, but it is too early to talk about specifics right now. So that is great to hear. As I said, I think myself and pretty much everybody said that Countdown is too easy, so it looks like they are going to be tuning it up and introducing the possibility of adding in multiple difficulties. Again, I still think 2 would probably be good. I don't think we need like 5 different ones, to be honest with you. I think one that's the normal setting for all types of players, and then one that's like a, nightmare type of mode where it's just like very intense, very difficult. I feel like that would be good, but whatever they're looking to do, I'll be very interested to hear what that is. Loot rewards being too generous. Uh-oh. People are going to get mad about this one. Without doubt, the rewards are one of the components of the mode's replayability and attractiveness, but that was not the primary intention behind the development. We would love the experience itself to be the main focus. Handling too much loot can be frustrating when the mode is limited timed and does not allow you to look at or sort out that loot that dropped. That's actually a good point. Now that it is a timed mode, you don't want people to be overflowing with stuff that they can't pick up. That's kind of a varying issue depending on what type of person it is that's running the mode. I think this is maybe a workaround for them to say that it was dropping too much loot. For the next PTS phase, we are planning to remove rewards that drop for all players at a long distance. What I think this means is that if you spawned in on one side of the map and the other team of 4 went and cleared the hunters at one of the countermeasure stations, you would have loot waiting for you there. Whether or not you ever went to it or not, you would see that if you started running towards it, you would have that loot waiting. So I think what they'll implement now is similar to what's in the rest of the game, or if you're not within a certain proximity of when something drops loot, it won't be there for you. Honestly, I'm fine with this. If they're not actually tuning the amount of rewards you get from the main experience, which is what was so lucrative, then I think that that's completely fine. And I'm actually probably in favor of that change, just so it's a bit less hectic as far as loot is concerned. So that's great. I think all the Countdown stuff there sounds great. Excited to try it out again with the fixed matchmaking, with some increased difficulty. very interested to see how that will go. Expertise. We also wanted to hear what your expertise or experiences were with improving your gear with expertise, and some of the main points we took from Phase 1 was gaining proficiency ranks feels too fast. To earn expertise level, you need to gain proficiency ranks by using an item, brand, or gear set in combat. PTS Phase 1 has shown that gear sets are one of the main reasons for an unexpectedly speedy progression. You can expect the pace to be adjusted in Phase 2 by increasing the XP required for rank up. Honestly, I didn't really have too much issue with that. I mean, fast progression is kind of whatever, but if people had issues with that, then there you go. They're going to tune it down a little bit for gear sets, considering you can increase your speed by running multiple at once. That was confirmed by Yannick on Twitter. I was unsure before. So hopefully that should feel fine moving forward. Every one of you has a different value of time when it comes to accounting for distinct types of players. It is a tough balancing exercise for us. By adjusting progression speed for Phase 2, we hope to give our most committed players something special they can dedicate their time to. All right. Upgrade costs are too high. This I can definitely agree with because I experienced it myself. It is always a tricky exercise to balance progression pace and gauge feedback between those who have little time and want to progress fast and those who want things to be grindy and slow. We hope to collect more feedback on the matter during PTS Phases 2 and 3 to help us. Okay, it's kind of similar to expertise. Each time you want to upgrade an item with like one expertise power level increase, it was a lot of materials. I didn't do it a ton, but I could even see just off the bat it was a lot. So hopefully that is looked at further down the line. Expertise not being gained in PvP Dark Zone. Expertise rank progress is not gained in Dark Zones on any item from any category because of a condition in their proficiency XP system. This issue is now fixed. Good to hear. The Donate All button. We agree that the expertise system would benefit from having a dedicated button in the menu for donating all items marked as junk in your inventory, similar to how deconstructing all junk works. The Donate All button was added to the expertise menu and should be available for testing. That is really awesome. We are looking at implementing various additional UI and quality of life improvements based on your feedback. That is really awesome. That's something I didn't even consider, but if you jump into countdown mode, you pick up a ton of loot, and when you get out, you just want to run to the expertise station and press donate, and it just automatically applies to everything. That's wonderful. Really glad they're adding that. There were many other observations aside from the two key features of Phase 1, and we want to highlight some of them below. Request to change Countdown into a different gameplay experience. We're always happy to hear your suggestions on new game modes, but there are no ongoing plans to change Countdown beyond the difficulty options listed above. I'm fine with that. I enjoy what Countdown is. Some people don't, and I don't know what to say to that. Too bad. Shield changes. Right now, we don't have enough feedback to proceed with a decision, and we ask for you to concentrate your efforts on the shield changes during PTS Phase 2, since its primary focus is testing new weapons and gear. Interesting. Yeah, I think some people were a little unhappy with how that turned out in PvE. I don't really have much to say about it. We'll see what people think. Inconsistent upgrade bonus is now fixed. The Intimidate talent allows infinite stacking in the DZ. This issue is now fixed. The Intimidate talent should gain 1 stack a second. Yeah, I heard about that, where you just get like infinite damage. So obviously that's good that that's fixed. Thank you again for partaking in Phase 1 of the TU15 PTS, and please do keep your thoughts coming, as community feedback has always been helpful in making the necessary adjustments to the upcoming content. So there you have it, folks. A lot of changes coming our way when PTS Phase 2 starts tomorrow. Again, I don't know why they hit it so much. They could have just more outright said that it was coming tomorrow, but it says right here tomorrow when the PTS Phase 2 starts. Really looking forward to that. We are going to be streaming it in the morning. Keep an eye out on my community tab. I will give you the exact time. And there we go. This is kind of what I suspected as far as why it took so long for us to get PTS Phase 2, is because they really were implementing a lot of stuff from Phase 1. Looks like we're getting countdown difficulty stuff. Looks like they're looking at, yes, they are buffing the health of ads, but they're looking at adding difficulty options. Obviously, that's not coming in Phase 2. Yeah, loot with that stuff, expertise. All looks good to me, to be honest with you. And I'm very, very excited for Phase 2 to drop so that we can get into some of the new gear. That build I'm going to make with the Heartbreaker set and the new mask, chef's kiss. I can't wait. That said, everybody, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you can be updated every time I upload. Let me know your thoughts on all this stuff in this post, and let me know what you're most looking forward to in Phase 2, which, again, should be dropping in a little over 12 hours from when I'm making this. So, good stuff. Wait is over. Very excited to jump in tomorrow. As I said, I will be streaming. Check it out in the morning. And yeah, everybody, that is going to do it for me on this one. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. And until the next one, guys, RogueGold out.